Good morning to everybody. Today we are going to study the portion stock exchange. What is the meaning of stock exchange? What is the definition of stock exchange? Then, what are the stock exchanges in India? Who is a broker? What is the meaning of speculation? What is the meaning of Dalal Street? These are the questions we are going to study in this class. What is the meaning of stock exchange? Stock exchange is a secondary market. The fresh or new shares are not sold or bought in the stock exchange. Only second-hand securities are bought and sold in the stock exchange. Stock exchange do not do any business, but they provide the place for doing the business. So, first we study what is the meaning of stock exchange. We study this portion on question and answer basis. So, first question I want to give is what is the meaning of, what is meant by, question number 1, what is meant by stock exchange? Stock exchange is an organized market. Stock exchange is an organized market. Then the securities are bought and sold certain well-defined rules and regulations. In the stock exchange, securities are bought and sold with a well-defined rules and regulations. Once again I explain what is meant by stock exchange. Stock exchange is an organized market. In the stock exchange, securities are bought and sold as per the well-defined rules and regulations. Here, what is the meaning of securities? Securities includes number 1 shares, debentures and debentures of listed companies. Listed companies shares and debentures are sold in the stock exchange. Then number 2, what are the securities are bought and sold in the stock exchange? Securities shares and debentures of the listed companies. Unlisted companies shares are not exchanged in the stock exchange. Then what is the meaning of listing? Listing means inclusion of the company's name in the official list of the stock exchange is called listing. So then here listed company securities are bought and sold, and also bonds and debentures of government, then public corporation, municipalities, and port trust are bought and sold in the stock exchange. So, the simple meaning of stock exchange is an organized market. Here, the second-hand securities are bought and sold. The securities are bought and sold as per certain well-defined rules and regulations. The rules and regulations are framed by stock exchange. As per the rules and regulations, the securities are bought and sold. In the stock exchange, shares, debentures of the listed companies. Listed companies, shares and debentures are bought and sold. Bond and debentures of government, public corporation, municipalities, ports, trust. These securities, these institutions, these organizations, bond and debentures are also bought and sold in the stock exchange. So once again I explain stock exchange. Stock exchange is an organized market. In the stock exchange, the securities are bought and sold as per certain well-defined rules and regulations framed by stock exchange. Then, in the stock exchange, shares, debentures of the listed companies, shares are bought and sold. Then, bond, debenture of the public corporation or government or municipality and port trust. These organizations, bond and debentures are also bought and sold in the stock exchange. So first question, what is meant by stock exchange? Then second question, what is the definition of stock exchange? Define stock exchange. What is the definition of question number 2? What is the definition of stock exchange? Definition of stock exchange. This definition is taken from Securities Contract Regulation Act. Securities Contracts and Regulation Act 1956. Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 give the definition of stock exchange. As per the Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, stock exchange means it is an association or organization or body of individual according to Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. Stock exchange is an association or organization or body of individual, whether incorporated or not, whether incorporated or not, established for the purpose of number 1, assisting, regulating, controlling the business, for buying, selling and dealing securities. You try to memorize this definition. Define stock exchange. As per the Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, stock exchange means here 3 points, here 3 points, here 3 points. Here, for the purpose of memorizing purpose, you try to memorize in this way. Stock exchange is an association. 3 points. Stock exchange is an association, organization, body of individual, whether incorporated or not, established for the purpose of number 1, assisting, number 2, regulating, number 3, controlling the business, number 1, buying, number 2, selling, number 3, dealing of securities. Here 3 points, here 3 points, here 3 points. Likewise, you try to memorize this question. Define stock exchange. According to Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, stock exchange is an association, organization or body of individual. Once again, stock exchange is an association, organization or body of individual, whether incorporated or not, established for the purpose of assisting, regulating, controlling the business. Assisting, regulating, controlling the business for buying, selling and dealing. Buying, selling and dealing the securities. Here association, organization, body of individual 3 points. Here 3 points, assisting, regulating, controlling 3 points. Buying, selling, dealing 3 points. Like this, you try to memorize this definition of stock exchange. Once again, Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 defines the term stock exchange. Stock exchange is an association, organization or body of individual, whether incorporated or not, established for the purpose of assisting, regulating, controlling the business of buying, selling and dealing of securities. Try to memorize this definition. What is meant by stock exchange? Already we studied. Stock exchange is an organized market. It has certain rules and regulations framed by the stock exchange. The buyer and seller must obey that rules. Then here the securities are bought and sold. That is a simple meaning of stock exchange. Then definition of stock exchange. Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 defined the term stock exchange as an association, organization or body of individual, whether incorporated or not, established for the purpose of assisting, regulating and controlling the business for buying, selling and dealing of securities. So 2 questions completed. The third question. Then try to study the third question. Write any 5 stock exchanges in India. Write, question number 3, write any 5 stock exchanges in India. These are all the questions given in the back side of the portion, stock exchange chapter, back side questions. 10 questions are given. We tried to study this 10 questions today. 2 questions completed. The third question. We all know in India there are 24 stock exchanges. In India there are 24 stock exchanges in India. Out of these, 21 stock exchanges are regional in nature. There are 21 regional stock exchanges. Once again, in the previous test book, there are 21 regional stock exchanges in India, but the latest edition, stock exchange chapter, there are 24 stock exchanges in India. Out of which there are 24 stock exchanges in India, out of which 21 stock exchanges are regional based stock exchanges. What about other 3 stock exchanges? Number 1, NSE, National Stock Exchange. Number 2, OTCEI, Over the Counter Exchange of India. Number 3, ISE, Interconnected Stock Exchange of India. Interconnected Stock Exchange of India, Over the Counter Exchange of India, Over the Counter Exchange of India, National Stock Exchanges of India. These are all the nationwide stock exchanges. So totally 24 stock exchanges. Once again, in India there are 24 stock exchanges. Out of 24, 21 stock exchanges are regional based stock exchanges. 3 stock exchanges are number 1, NSE, National Stock Exchange. Number 2, Over the Counter Exchange of India. Number 3, Interconnected Stock Exchange of India. These are the 3 stock exchanges. Then here our question is, write any 5 stock exchanges of India. First we write these 3 stock exchanges. Number 1, NSE, National Stock Exchange. Number 2, OTCEI, Over the Counter Exchange of India. Number 3, ISE, Interconnected Stock Exchange. Interconnected Stock Exchange of India. Then we need 2 more stock exchanges. There are many 21 stock exchanges. Simply write 2 more. Number 4, BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. Bombay Stock Exchange is familiar stock exchange in India. It is the oldest stock exchange in our country. Then number 5, Madras Stock Exchange. Madras Stock Exchange. There are remaining 19 stock exchanges are also in India. But our question is, write any 5 stock exchanges in India. Number 1, National Stock Exchange. Number 2, Over-the-Counter Exchange of India. Number 3, Interconnected Stock Exchange of India. Number 4, Bombay Stock Exchange. Number 5, Madras Stock Exchange. These are all the 5 important stock exchanges in India. Then question number 4. Here, question number 4. What is meant by remisier? What is the meaning of remisier? Remisier. Here, another question is, who is called as a broker? Both the questions are more or less same. So, before studying the word remisier, we study the word broker. Broker is a person who connect the buyer and seller into a contract. Broker is the person who merely bring the buyer and seller into a contract and he gets a commission is called as a broker. So, brokers are commission agent. Who are brokers? Number 1 answer. Brokers are commission agent. Commission agent. Then he is an intermediary or agent. Intermediary or agent between the buyer and seller. Between the buyer and the seller. He gets a commission. Broker gets commission from buyer as well as seller. Buyer and seller. Then point number 4, he do not buy or sell security. He do not buy or sell securities. He merely bring the buyer and seller into a contract. He merely connects the buyer and seller. Who are brokers? Brokers are commission agents. Brokers are intermediary between the buyer and seller. Broker gets commission from buyer and seller. The broker do not buy or sell the securities in his behalf. He do the business on behalf of the principal. So, he do not buy or sell the securities. He merely connect the buyer and seller. These are the points relating to broker. Once again I explain who is a broker. Then before studying the term broker in the stock exchange, if you want to buy or sell any security, you are not directly sell or buy the securities. Only through brokers only we can buy or sell the securities in the stock exchange. So the role of broker is very important in the stock exchange. Without broker, we are not do any business in the stock exchange. Only through brokers only we can buy or sell the securities in the stock exchange. We are not directly buy or sell the securities in the stock market. So the role of market is the role of broker is very important. Then brokers are commission agent. Broker is an intermediary or he is an agent between the buyer and seller. He gets the commission from the buyer side as well as from the seller side. He gets the commission from both the buyer and seller. He do not buy or sell the security. He merely brings the buyer and seller into a contract is called as a broker. Then who is a remisier? Remisier is the broker in the stock exchange. Remisier is the broker. Then he acts as an agent of a member of a stock exchange. He is an agent. Broker means agent. He is an agent of a member. Agent member. He is an agent member of the stock exchange. He does the same work done by the broker. Remisier is a broker. He is an agent member of a stock exchange. He obtained the business on behalf of the principal. He acts on behalf of the principal. He also gets a commission. He also gets a commission. But the broker gets the commission from the buyer side as well as from the seller side. Broker gets the commission from buyer and seller. But this remisier gets the commission from the principal. He acts on behalf of the principal. He is an agent of the principal. So, remisier is the broker. Remisier is an agent member of a stock exchange. He do the business on behalf of the principal. As per the direction of the principal, the agent is acting. He gets a commission from the principal. He is an agent of the principal. He do business on behalf of the principal. He is an agent member of a stock exchange. He is a broker. He gets a commission. This person is called as a remisier. So, dear students, I explained 5 questions. Number 1, what is the meaning of stock exchange? Then second question, definition of stock exchange. Number 3, third question, write any 5 stock exchanges in India. Then question number 4, who is a remisier? Who is called as a broker? Anyway, I explained 5 questions. Remaining 5 more questions are here. We try to study one by one. These are the new terms. This broker already we studied in the 11th standard, but some of the words which are new for you. So try to study the remaining question one by one. Then, what are the types of speculator? Question number 6. What are the types of speculator? Types of speculators. Then before studying the types of speculator, we know the meaning of speculator. What is the meaning of speculative business? Speculative business are involved in the stock exchange. Stock exchange encourages the speculative business. Stock exchange encourage the speculative business. Then, what is the meaning of speculation? Speculation means buying the securities at lower price and expected to sell in higher price. Buying the securities at a lower price and expected to sell the securities in the higher prices is called as a speculative business. For example, the value of one share is 10. In the morning, one person One speculator want to buy one share at a rate of 10 rupees. His expectation is to sell the securities at 12 rupees. So he will get 2 rupees profit. This is called a speculative business. If the share value decrease, he suffered losses. That is a different thing. So, what is the meaning of speculation? Buying the securities at a lower price and expected to sell the securities at a higher price is called as a speculator. We can tell in another way, selling the securities at a higher price and expected to buy the securities in the lower price is also called as a speculative business. Anyway, by buying the share at lower price and expected to sell the share at higher price is called as a speculation. Likewise, selling the securities at higher price and expected to buy the securities at lower price is also called as a speculation. If he sell the securities at higher price and the price value increase, he faced a loss. So it is a very risky business, but the stock exchanges encourages the speculative business. Then here in our question, what are the types of speculation? Once again I explain, the stock exchanges encourages the speculative business. What is mean speculation? Buying the securities at lower price and expected to sell at a higher price is called as a speculation. Likewise, selling the securities at higher price and expected to buy the securities at lower price is called as a speculator. In both the cases, the speculator earned profit. Sometimes, if the price value is decreased, he faced a loss. If the price value increase also, he faced a loss. That is the difficulty here. They face a heavy risk for doing this type of business. Then here, what are the types of speculator? Our question is, what are the types of speculators? The speculators are named after the animals as their behavior. The same behavior is compared to the behavior of the speculator. The speculators, the different types of speculators are called in the name of animals. The behavior of the animal is taken into consideration for the behavior of the speculator. Then, what are the types of speculator? Number 1, bull. Number 2, bear. Number 3, stag. Number 4, lame duck. These are all the types of speculator. Bull, buying the securities at lower price and selling at higher price is called as a bull. Bear, selling the securities at higher price and trying to buy the securities at a lower price is called as a bear. Stag, stag means the new shares are bought and sold and earn profit. He is also called as a premium hunter. The fresh shares are bought in the primary market and tried to market it in the stock exchange is called as a stag. Lame duck, he buy the securities at lower price and expected to sell the share as a higher price is called as a bull. He is not just like a bear, lame duck. He tried to sell the securities at higher price and expected to sell the shares at lower price. But the prices are increased because he is not to make a commitment. So he faces a heavy loss. This type of speculator is called as a lame duck. Anyway, the meaning of these terms we study in the subsequent classes. Now this my question is, what are the different types of speculators? The speculators are named in the name of the animal. The types of speculators are bull, bear, stag and lame duck. The next question, what is meant by commodity market? Stock exchange. In the stock exchange also there is one more exchange called commodity market or commodity exchange. Stock exchange, just like a stock exchange, there is one more exchange called commodity exchange. Commodity exchange is an exchange where commodities are traded. Commodity exchange is an exchange where commodities are traded. Simple meaning is commodities are traded. In the stock exchange, stocks are traded. Likewise, commodity exchange, commodities are traded. What are the commodities are traded? Normally, the metals are traded in the commodity market. What are the types of metals? Number one, gold, silver, copper. These are all the metals are sold in the commodity market. Then also crude oil, then natural gas are also traded in the commodity market. Not only metal, the crude oil, natural gas. Then also rice, wheat, then livestock, meat are also traded in the commodity market. Commodity exchange is the exchange where commodities are traded. In the commodity market, metals are normally bought and sold. There are many types of metals are called. I quote only the important metals. The important metals are gold, silver, copper, crude oil, natural gas, rice, wheat, livestock, meat are also bought and sold in the commodity market. So, once again, I repeat what we studied. First question, we studied about what is a stock exchange. Then we studied the definition of stock exchange. Then write any 5 stock exchanges in India. Then who is a remissor? Who is called as a broker? What are the types of speculator we studied? Then 7th question, what is the meaning of commodity exchange? Commodity exchange is an exchange, or commodity exchange is a market where commodities are traded. What are the commodities? Normally metals, gold, silver, copper, then crude oil, natural gas, rice, wheat, livestock, meat are sold in the commodity market. Then next question, mention the recent development of stock exchange in India. In India, the recent 8th question number 8, recent development of stock exchange. Recent development of stock exchange in India. Here, the structure of the stock exchange. The structure of the stock exchange in India has undergone a vast changes. Are made due to liberalization policy. Liberalization policy of Government of India. Then the structure of the stock exchange is a enormous change, a vast change in India. Then, according to new economical policy introduced by Government of India, new economical policy that is called as liberalization policy was practiced in India. The structure of stock exchanges in India are faced with many changes. Number 2, the structure of stock exchange has many changes took place after the new economical policy introduced by Government of India. Then point number 2, many new stock exchanges were established. New stock exchanges new stock exchange were introduced in India, and the existing stock exchanges are having new structure. New stock exchange were introduced in India with new structure. Existing stock exchanges are also follow this new structure. Then, third point, the securities are dematerialized. The securities are dematerialized. Due to dematerialization of stock in National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE and NSE, only dematerialized securities are bought and sold through internet. Then the physical shares are also exchanged, but the dematerialized securities are bought and sold in the National Stock Exchange through internet connection. Then paperless settlements for buying and selling the securities. Paperless settlement of securities made quickly. Once again, what are the recent developments of stock exchange? The recent developments of stock exchange took place after the liberalization policy of government, that is new economical policy given by followed by government of India. The structure of the stock exchange has a vast change due to new economical policy introduced by government. The structure of the stock exchange has faced heavy changes. The new stock exchange were introduced in India. The existing stock exchanges are also follow the new structure given by the government of India. Then all the securities are dematerialized. Physical securities are not at all traded. They are traded not during the business hours, only the business hours in the National Stock Exchange as well as Bombay Stock Exchange. Only dematerialized securities are bought and sold. So the paperless work, the settlement of securities are made quickly. These are the recent developments of stock exchanges. Then question number 9. What is the stock trading time in India? Question number 9. In the Tamil Nadu textbook plus 2 comics book, 10 questions are given in the back side of the stock exchange chapter. So I want to explain this 10 question one by one. 8th question completed, then 9th question. What is the stock trading time? In the stock exchange, what is the stock trading time in India? Stock trading time in India. The stock market in India, the stock market, stock exchange, stock market or stock exchange are closed all weekend days. All the weekend days, the stock exchange closed. All the weekend days, the stock exchange closed. That is, in Saturday and Sunday, the stock exchange is closed. Then also the national holidays are also stock exchange closed. The normal trading time of Indian stock exchanges are 9:15 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Once again, the stock trading time in Indian stock exchanges are in all the weekend days, that is Saturday and Sunday, the stock exchange is closed, and all the national holidays also stock exchange is closed. The normal trading time of Indian stock market is stock market or stock exchange is 9:15 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Then we have one more question. This question is also somewhat different. What is the meaning of Dalal Street? Dalal Street. This is the 10th question given in your book. So, what is the meaning of Dalal? Dalal is the Marathi word. Dalal is Marathi word, which means a broker. Dalal means he may be a broker or intermediary or agent. Intermediary, or he may be called as a broker. What is the meaning of Dalal Street? That is a question. The word Dalal is derived from Marathi word. Dalal is the Marathi word. Dalal means a broker or intermediary. Yeah. The Bombay Stock Exchange. Bombay Stock Exchange, popularly called as a BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, is situated in this street. The Dalal Street is an area of a town of Mumbai. Dalal Street is the downtown of Mumbai. The India's first stock exchange, India's popular stock exchange, BSE, is situated here. It is the largest and oldest stock exchange in India. Then, here not only Bombay Stock Exchange, most of the financial institutions are situated. Most of the financial institutions are situated in this area. So, this Dalal Street is popular in worldwise. In worldwise, Dalal Street is popular. The word Dalal is derived from Marathi word, as Dalal means broker or intermediary or agent. This is a street which is situated in the downtown of Mumbai. India's famous stock exchange, that is BSE, the oldest and largest stock exchange in India, is situated in this street. So this street is popular. Not only Bombay Stock Exchange, most of the other financial institutions are also situated in Dalal Street. So Dalal Street is the worldwide popularized street. So anyway, dear students, I take 10 questions. All the questions are taken from the Tamil Nadu Textbook Society questions. Try to study all the questions one by one and prepare for the examination. God bless you.